Against tonight. This is the Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League, Season 6. We've got Week 5, the final invitational match of Week 5 for Champions Ganon Hunt. On one side, we got Jesse Radical Sniper 99 for Team JKLOL. And then on the other side, we got Danny Music for Amish Paradise. I am Relkin here. Joined with me on the commentary booth is PH. Say hi.
Hi. I can follow directions.
All right, good. Now, please don't say anything for the rest of the match.
No problem. All right, I'll see y'all in 90 minutes.
All right.
All right, I lied. I can't follow directions. I'm going to talk. No, I am so pumped to be here with you, Relkin, and this is going to be, I think, really fun. I think these Ganon hunts have been a very high variance mode, but that's made for some fascinating watching.
Yeah, like I'm sure, like it's always the story with Rando, right? Like the runners might have a terrible time, but us, the viewers, enjoy every second of the punishment.
Exactly, and it definitely is one of those things where you're like, I might be a little glad it's not me, but at the same time, it makes for as they say, it makes for good TV.
Oh yeah. Should be starting here in just a little bit. Typically, this mode allows for almost a casual boots light start, you know, where you can go to front of escape and stuff. And I think there's a bit more versatility when you have boots and sword start.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious. What opening do you like with for this mode? Like, what's your preferred?
I like the casual boot start, like starting Link's house and going to Uncle. Yeah, see, look, we got a fire rod right away.
Perfect. So, I admit I enjoy a little bit of memeing every once in a while. I kind of like rushing Saha Eastern with this, because I think it's a little bit of a counterplay, and also probably not the best idea, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it's got its merit. I mean, it's an open boots open. It's better for like an open boots opener without a story, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But here, since we have a sword, doing the castle is like nice, just because doing the castle early is, you know, preferred. You know, once you have a weapon, and since we are started with that weapon, it's just like, you know, 5 easy checks.
Totally. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to also, you get that quick tree pull. You can sometimes get a little bit of information about possibly not even needing to go to, you know, not even needing to worry much about pushing the back of escape, right? Like the Dark Cross, and then the back you might know that it's low item density if you haven't found the map and the key, etc. So,
yep,
we'll see. Gonna be a little bit of covering each other's tracks here to start.
Also, I have the sudden urge to headbang for some reason. I don't know about you, but like this is going hard right now.
Oh yeah, this is the Gametal, Restream approved Gametal, MSU pack by JJo36. It is high quality.
It's I guess, as the kids say, it's fire. Speaking of fire.
Is that what the kids say? I'm not too up on the lingo.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was a good segue because we got the lamp in the first chest, so that's pretty fire.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, see, I'm on this. I got this.
Wow, you really put that. That was beautiful. I'm tearing up a little. No, that fire rod actually. We got fire rod and lamp. We've got all the fire.
Yeah, and that we got the magic pickup, so we can just fire rod this guy and not have to waste time flashing him. Who wants to do that?
I'm all the way down for the map. Yay.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So see, because they got that map, they're each going to do Dark Cross right now. Something else I didn't mention. One other opening I also don't mind is if you started Sank and then immediately went back to Link's house and then did escape. Because that way you get the Sank chest and know if you get a small key or map or something like that and know where to continue.
Yeah, that can make a big difference, right? If you catch that small key, especially since we have both fire sources already, but even one of them would mean that the back is, if you had that key in Sank, the back is in Logic, and that might actually be the path that the game I don't want to say wants, but that would be a path that might get you moving a little bit quicker.
Yeah. But it is just a piece of heart, so no small key in either Dark Cross or first chest of escape. We'll see if either runner feels bad here in just a second.
Okay. It is fully global because that would have been a great illustration of the point, but for their sake.
I think, was that a red crystal at desert and then regular elsewhere?
I did not catch it.
I think that's what it was.
Nustria is saying, yeah, DP red.
Cool. Well, hey, that's a bit foreboding.
What's your first thought when you get a really early lamp and a really early Master Sword?
Gee, I don't know. My mind is just drawing a blank right now.
Yeah. Hopefully not. That's,
Well, we can get some more validation here if we wanted to really confirm.
Yeah.
Is it going to be this?
Oh, come on! I love how they both did a double take too.
All right. Well, there's this boss, at the top of this castle that we have to go kill. Sometimes. Well, this is one of those times.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, okay. There we go. I was gonna say Jesse. So Jesse grabbing the money. Danny Music denying.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. I mean, we have bombs and look more bombs. See, but Jesse guaranteed that he can afford Bottle Vendor one coming out of both Blind's Hut and the Well. So I also would probably be grabbing that when I'm below $50.
Yeah, we could get to the back of Blind's Hut and immediately pull a 300. So it might not be fun, but it is nice to have that slight extra bit of security as because Bottle Vendor can be a tough one to get back to if you've cleared out basically everything else in here early game. But let's see. Speaking of, let's see what Blind's Hut has for us. There, of course. Immediately. Money, more money. Oh, the Harabic. That's fun.
Oh, that just means we can for sure full clear Hera when we get there.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's nice. You would definitely, because especially with Harapot, it just becomes one of those cases where if there's something in that second item is just hanging out there and you don't get it the first time through, it is very hard to get back to. So,
yep.
At the very least, you'll have the option.
Hera Basement's one of those things that people are that's one of the that's high on the list of last location, places.
Yeah.
Speaking of last location places, we got a big key to a dungeon that likes to get last located, a certain part of it at least.
All right, let's see.
I gotta ask PH, what are you? Are you a never do left sider? Or are you always do left sider?
I am a make the wrong decision every timer, which is, it takes practice. Actually, it's really hard to be that consistent. But no, I try and do it on feel. I think in this mode, I'm a little more inclined to skip because the nature of what is in effect a reduced like that. So actually, this is probably a good opportunity to talk a little bit about the mode here. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and mention what the possible outcomes of the goal are.
So this is a special version of a mode that basically made its debut on the ladder. It is a Champions Ganon Hunt, which it means that we require 2 of 3 things to be completed in order for us to get what we need to make Ganon vulnerable. You need to potentially complete the 5-6 crystals. You need to potentially complete the pedestal pole, or you need to get into Ganon's tower, and then the the GT big key has been force locked into the Ganon GT big chest, and where that big key would have otherwise been is now replaced with the Triforce piece as well. So, good times. And that means that since you only need 2 of the 3, our 2 runners here might actually do different things to beat the game.
Yep. That does not always mean that there's always going to be this, as people say, a choice with what you want to be doing.
Right.
There is what people like to say is the illusion of choice, where despite the possibility of different outcomes, maybe one of the outcomes is locked behind the other.
Right. And we did get a little bit of divergence, not a ton, but we did see Jesse pull the back first. This is one of those things where there's an extremely high likelihood that Danny will get to that as well. But we do have all 3 medallions already, which is nice. Means that there's no medallion hunts, which can be very awkward.
Yeah, like you're not now. You don't have to go out of your way to check a medallion for an entry requirement for a dungeon. You're like, okay, I just can get into the dungeon no matter what, and so go on my merry little way. So I was correct about the map check. One of the red crystals is desert. So as you were saying, the 5-6 crystals are red, and they allow us to get to the Pyramid Fairy. So desert is high on our list of things we want to do this seed, most likely.
Yeah.
We already have a glove and a fire source, so we're just missing the big key to desert and either mitts and flute and mirror, or the book to finish it out.
Yeah, that is the thing. That is one of the things about this mode is because the 5-6 crystals both because they both contribute. They are so high value, which makes it it makes it like a very interesting decision tree when you start to think about things like desert. It's like, well, a lot of the time people might like to put desert off a little bit until they have the ability to get there with the Mire play, but now you really feel like you want to do desert. So are you pushing it ASAP?
Yeah. Ooh, that's an interesting find there in Agina Cave. So Jesse did the dam, right? And so he went right? Okay, so that could be interesting if, something ends up being on Magic Fat and Jesse doesn't do that for a while.
Yeah, he could put that off for a lot of players will wait until they do more in that area. And Danny's routing where he did so Danny skipped Ice Rod Cave here, I believe.
Yeah.
And took it back left. So on the flip side, Jesse is going to get the opportunity to do a little bit of sequence breaking. Excuse me, not sequence breaking, to check the flippers checks with the water walk, which is really nice. All right, let's see. Anything?
Okay, it looks like Danny wants to go straight to Aga here. He doesn't want to spend any more time clearing open world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really hate that.
I don't either. I mean, like, you obviously have to do this, and this is like this is in one sense this is a free item check. You get the pyramid check. Oh, wow. Okay then.
Well, that does help.
That is actually okay. We have flippers. Never mind. I'm gonna say like that's really interesting, but no, we have flippers. That is definitely helpful. We now have Dark World access, quote unquote. Now we know how to get to Dark World.
All right. So the one thing that this does do is this really isolates Zora for Jesse, and not that anybody really loves going to do Zora all that much anyway, but like if Danny catches some more cash before getting up there, that could be very hard for Jesse to get back to.
Like watch him get $300 on the pyramid.
Right, just like $300 on the pyramid, mirror on catfish, just immediately push the whole thing. Let's just disaster fantasize.
We don't have a bow, we don't have a shield, so this Aga Tower is a little bit more cursed.
Yeah, I agree. There's the comment in chat that by Cross Staves, like having the ability to utilize the fire rod, which Jesse got by getting the green potion, is actually really kind of nice here because you know, those range, like NMG having the bow, like this room, for example.
This,
is kind of a pain.
Oh, well, who needs a green potion, right? Like, just know the drop packs, forehead.
Exactly. I should have realized my mistake.
Yeah. So actually, it's funny because those guys are in the same price pack as the like the pickles and the Gibdos, and it's like really hard to really find that out early.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much just pure luck on Denny's side.
What do you mean? That's reading the seed.
Do not say that again, please. That's just, I really hate it when people do that.
All right. Oops. So what do we think for Aga here?
Good question. Why don't we throw it up to chat and say, hey, how many blue balls will this guy so lovingly throw at us? No, decimal numbers are not good answers, sorry. Try again. And it's a nice response, but no.
Yeah. Alright, so... This is interesting, though, because I mean, you assume that they're both probably likely grabbing that Moon Pearl after this, and then, I mean, what do you think? Does Jesse push Pod here and hope he catches a bow? Everybody's favorite, bow and Pod on the right side.
Bow on the right side, Pod. Wow. Well, let's see. If I'm Jesse, like I have Hammer, I can just do Hype Cave after getting Pearl. I might just do that first, and then I'll also check my map, so I get get an idea of what dungeons are important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? Dapper Wormman in chat also bringing up we can go directly into saving Old Man from getting our Moon Pearl. Not too bad of an idea.
Yeah. Quick check of the pyramid ledge here. Oh, leaving that shield. Poor guy.
Please tell me he checked his map.
Did not. I don't think.
That's really important to do as soon as you can. Okay, so is he going to Zora here? Where's he going? No, he's going to Eastern area. Alright, so we haven't seen this yet from Jesse.
Yeah, we haven't done any of this, have we?
Nope.
Yeah. Maybe hoping to catch a mirror or a hook shot in Saha?
Here we go.
Question in chat, why did we do Aga without Merle? Because Merle is on Lumberjack. Ha ha ha. Funny game.
Okay, so nothing there in Saw Closet. I saw, I believe, Green Pendant, Mire, and Pendant Turtle Rock. That was the extent of what I could see.
So we have Skull was the other red, and then it's Mire, Skull, and TR pendants.
Skull?
Skull was red, and then Swamp, Mire, and TR are pendants. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, which is...
Well, so we can go ahead and beat Skull Blitz then. That's a red crystal already available for us to beat.
Alright, so... And I don't know about you, I feel like every time I see a pendant TR, I'm always kind of suddenly much more, alright, can I get to 5 crystals versus the pedestal? Like, it just feels so far away, having to do that. Obviously, it depends on where everything is, but it just feels really awkward to get to.
Yep. Okay, looks like we're saving Old Man here. Yeah. Exactly what Dapper was saying.
Yeah.
Lumberjack is right next to this rock, so may as well just climb the mountain while we're here.
Excuse me. Yeah. No, I mean this works out. This works out pretty well for Danny because he's going to be able to combo this. Since he doesn't have the Zora money, he'll peek Zora ledge, grab the waterfall, and then come back down to take the warp to get the Pearl, which I think is a nice. Yeah, it's the comment in chat too, but I think that's a nice like kind of way to put this together. Yo,
Oh my
let's go
goodness.
tempered.
That's a really nice to have early.
Yes.
Seen a few seeds this week where sword mode was like an issue. Because
Yeah.
you need 2 swords to beat Ganon in this. Well, you start with a sword, so you need at least 1 more sword to beat the seed. And the fact we already have tempered is just really nice. I think to your thing about the portal routing, I think it's just faster to save and quit the sync from Zor area.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're just dead wrong, PH. Why are you even on commentary? Like,
mostly to just give you a hard time. That is something I'm pretty good at. I am actually okay at that. Nothing else maybe, but that specifically, I have worked on it. All right,
I'll
so
roll with the best of them, I guess. Then on gas. So Jesse heading to Hype Cave.
yeah, makes sense.
He actually doesn't have any bombs. What do I know? Maybe I should. Okay, well, see, he doesn't have a mirror yet. So I wonder if that mirror. Okay.
Good try.
Well,
that was a good effort. It was close.
Okay.
Helps,
well,
It helps with the mountain.
Yeah, it's mountain related. It's kind of I mean, it's also pendant related. Oh, that was a lotto right there. You see that?
Yeah, that was me.
Come on, man. Man, the Ropa lottery, it is painful.
So where do you, if you're Jesse, this, okay, and this is actually really, really, really important right now because Danny Music is grabbing that powder check, and it may be a while before Jesse gets to this.
Yeah, this is the potential sticking point right here. What do we got? Watch it be another sword.
Oh no! Come on, dude.
Really?
All right, the last Ganon hunt of the week. The game decides, okay, we're gonna have some jokes today.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pulling out all the stops now.
So where do you go next if you're Jesse right now? You've got some stuff on the mountain, or like you said, you could go just take care of Skull.
I think we're just going mountain. Honestly, that hook shot's pretty persuasive, I guess you could say. Like he might have been thinking about what he wanted to do. Like I don't have any good direction after this little South Dark World loop. Oh well, that hook shot that actually gives me some direction. Now we'll go to the mountain after this.
And meanwhile, Danny Music without that same direction kind of feels like Skull is probably his obvious next stop at Skull and Village.
Yeah. So he can go ahead and beat Skull if he wants to. He actually doesn't even know what the red, like the Dark World prizes are yet, so he's gonna get that info now.
Yeah. Fortunately for him, it works out.
Yeah. Not going to Skullwoods just yet.
Village,
actually,
maybe Front of Thieves, and then Skull.
I don't hate this actually because we don't have the Skull big key, and so that could matter. But we'll see. Skull big, come on. Oh, okay.
almost, but so that's a very Jesse is probably pretty happy right now that he went to the mountain first.
Oh gosh, don't die. Okay, we're in a dungeon. We're safe, right?
Yeah.
We can die in a dungeon, be fine. Ghosty Wosty was looking to take some names there. Okay,
fetch quests. Like this is Danny is just collecting all of the fetch quests right now.
Yeah. Not sure how I feel about it just yet, but maybe if he finds a mirror here in Thieves Town, wink wink nudge nudge, he might be persuaded to check that.
Can't rule it out.
Not even a mirror would push him just yet. He probably would want Mitts and mirror both.
Yeah. Well, because you really want to be able to combo all that stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
So we know he's not going to find Thieves Big anywhere down here. So.
Well, he doesn't know that. We knew.
Yeah, we know. Let's see.
Please, Skull Big. Oh, dang it.
Was that 2 items? No.
He got a small key. At least it was at it was at most 3. He got the shovel and some other item.
The book.
I think. We got
the book is actually. I mean, to your point, that's actually interesting. So Danny actually already has 5-6. No, he needs Desert Big. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, we're still missing Desert Big.
We still need Desert Big.
Yes.
Come on, Desert Big and C-shaped house. I was just being prophetic.
Just go to desert.
Yeah. Dang.
Any muffin stashes? Nope, no muffin stashes.
Oh, I don't know if I can sign off on that.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I was about to judge him hardcore if he did it. Oh no!
Ooh. Moldorm takes no prisoners. So this is also obviously Hera is fast, but this is still indicative that Jesse is. It definitely feels like Jesse is thinking 5-6 and Ganon, right? Because at this point,
you mean pedestal or
sorry, 5-6 and GT. When I said Ganon, I meant Ganon's Tower. Excuse me.
You know what? That actually close enough. But yeah. Now that I think about what you said, you're like, you know what? Actually, what he said does make sense.
It was adjacent. It was a little off.
Yeah. But yes, 5 crystals, including the 5-6 crystals. Yes.
Yeah, it's because at this point, what we know is that he's going to come across that book when he goes to Thieves, right? So you're now Desert Big, and that'd be his. If he's Desert Big away from being able to finish Desert, he has Skull.
Not big.
Well, he has Thieves, right? So Thieves is his second crystal. He's got Skull as his third.
So he just needs Mitts then. For,
Mitts and Desert Big would do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Mitts and Desert Big is go mode.
Oh my gosh.
Is it? Well, okay. Barring if we need a Cane Samaria to get the Triforce piece inside of VT.
You're right. Oh,
there's Mitts.
Which Jesse is definitely going to find. Wow.
Okay, so we might have a really fast seed on our hands.
Yeah, this could be a capital J jet here.
Capital. I like that. That's a good.
Yeah, that's gosh. So we are yeah,
because we can beat Thieves now. We just beat Hera. We can beat Skull Woods.
Mm-hmm.
We need Desert Big for Desert. And then Mitts will let us beat Ice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dang, dude.
And then the only question mark is really Cane Samaria. Is it going to be needed for the Triforce piece?
Yeah, that would
like Cane Samaria would just put us in go at that point anyway.
True.
Yeah.
That would just be kind of rude though, right? You get you're like, oh, I'm 17 out of 22 go mode at like 35 minutes, and Samaria's just buried somewhere super deep.
Yeah. I mean, we know, obviously, it's like, Samaria locks both the pendants, like the other 2 pendants that isn't Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
We would need Flute for Mire as well.
Right.
And Ice Rod for Turtle Rock. So I'm the likely. Oh, watch out, Danny.
Yeah. Yeah. Use the green. There we go.
Use the green and then use Burna, probably.
Yeah.
Try and stay away from the top if you can, because the Burna will knock him upwards.
There we go.
We got through it. Dying is slower.
Proof. Dying tends to be extremely slow. So, good finish there. Well done. We'll probably see Jesse finish Thieves, and then follow Danny Music into
the woods.
Yeah, into Skull.
Yeah, I mean Jesse's already done South Dark World, so there's absolutely that's absolutely his plan.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do you go next if you're Danny? South Duck World, right? You gotta hit Hive Cave at this point, right?
No, he's going to the same. Oh, he's checking King's Tomb, I think?
Oh, the frame rule, dude! Jesse
Wait, did he go through the fire?
Right through a fireball.
Oh, wow. Jesse. Heck yeah, dude.
Gaming.
The dogging. Okay, so that was 3 items in the front of Thieves, so there are 2 items remaining. I don't think there's anything there in King's Tomb.
Where is this? Is this Zora?
Mushroom.
Oh, mushroom. Yeah.
And also fill up his bottle, I guess.
Yeah.
May as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's holding on the mountain.
Yeah, he didn't get the other 300. Right.
Or the sword.
Yes. Yeah, Danny needs to get to the mountain.
Considering, you know,
big money.
Considering, okay, so that closes the whole branch on whether powder is like important or not. It is not.
Right.
That whole loop is now over.
Which is huge for Jesse because that's actually like that's one of those things where it's like a sneaky kind of large amount of time to do all that stuff. Yep. So if Jesse never gets over to Agina, which at this point there is a very realistic chance that he is in go mode before he heads to desert.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be wild. But yeah, that's going to be potentially, unfortunately for Danny, just it's one of those things like the sequencing was just all right. So
what is okay? Danny's gonna get Danny's gonna get his hook shot. Does he stop what he's doing right here and then does he go mountain? Like I'm curious what he's gonna do here. Is he gonna continue, or is he going to go up the mountain straight away? He's gonna continue. No, he thought about it.
Yeah.
He has the mitts. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this 100% makes sense. He has mitts and hook shots, and now he can do the entirety of the mountain.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. He can do the whole mountain, and then when he's coming back, he could do the potentially try, like, especially if he catches a mirror, he can do the other 2 South Darkwood checks with Smith Chain if he ends up in that position, needing to still do stuff.
He'll want to do Thieves Town we haven't seen what else is up here, but
right.
Ooh, that bridge is annoying. Is there anything been in the back of Thieves Town of note yet?
No. Well, that was the first item. Was the big? I think was the big chest. The other one was map. I want to say.
Was I guess the attic and blind cell were both map compass. Or maybe it was just another trash item.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything. All right, let's see. So, Denny gets his sword. But like you said, this will be nice for Danny being able to knock out Dark Death Mountain as well.
Another 300.
Cool.
I'm not sure. Did we see Spec Rock from Jesse?
I think yeah we did. He came up here because I was like I feel like it's a piece of heart, and so the fact that was yes, Jesse came
Well,
up.
you sir had better memory than I did, so I applaud you.
You were too busy correcting all the other stuff I got wrong first.
Well, don't stop me. Come on.
I'm not trying to. No. All right. Let's see. We did see that. Okay. Where's Jesse?
Skull Woods.
He's got. Yeah. He was just. Sorry. You're right. Yeah. He was just checking on his way to Skull.
Yeah. That's smart because he's probably thinking I'm gonna finish out my route here at Skull, and so I may as well check this on the way. And so
yeah.
I 100% get that.
Yeah. Saving and quitting out of the back of Skull is a sneaky big time save. Walking back out is pretty slow.
Yeah. Alright, Danny gonna get here and get his Thieves Town big key in just a second, and that'll be... It might be one of the things on this list next, but we'll see what he gets on Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah.
He's also gonna do Hera, which... I don't think had anything, but
No.
it's a crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the big question to me is just, especially with that hook shot, it feels like maybe that. Oh, burn! I didn't realize we got that. So I guess he also gets Spike Cave.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
he does.
Sure enough.
So there's a fair amount of value on the Dark Death Mountain stuff here.
Potential value.
Right. Yeah.
We don't know anything yet.
That's true. Until it's a useful item, all it is time.
All right, this chest that Jesse's doing is not in super logic yet, but he's doing it anyway. Oh, not having a great time, but he's
okay. All right, we got a nice little bread pot here. That is the new setup.
Yeah, bread pot is super nice.
Yeah.
Just trivializes it all.
Yeah, it's amazing how people find that stuff, and then it goes from, well, you kind of have to walk, and if you're not careful, you can subpixel yourself, and there's no like clear lineup to, oh, now there's a clear lineup to, oh, just hold up left and then hold down. It's amazing. It's
just like, yeah. The work put into this, randomizer slash vanilla game. Some of these can be applicable to vanilla too, but rando especially is just, it's cool the ideas thrown around and the stuff that works out well, and so it's off to everyone that's been able to figure this stuff out.
Oh, 100%.
Now Jesse here has tempered, can do a little bit faster damage with Moss.
Yeah. Ooh, look out. Uh-oh, we're locked. Right. Jesse takes down Moth.
There's 3 crystals for Jesse.
Did Jesse do Spiral?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I just don't remember. Thank you.
He did Hera and then did Spiral after.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's see. We're gonna dip down into ye old Dark World here.
Yep. So this is a little interesting. I mean, actually, I don't hate coming down here, but we could for sure open Turtle Rock, and if we get Kane, I mean, there is the temptation to go in. So
yeah,
this is basically saying right here, if unless I get Mirror, I'm not doing Turtle Rock while I'm up here.
I was gonna say it's fine. We're just get the mirror and everything's okay. No problem.
And you see, we don't like to bank on these kinds of things, okay?
True. All right, so Jesse, it looks like, is taking care of Dark Death Mountain as well. So, which makes sense. I think what would his other options be in your opinion?
I mean, he could have done Smith Chain, and he could go to Ice without Kane, but he does have the big key. But I do like coming up here before Ice for sure.
Yeah, this is good info. It's nice to knock this stuff out. Potentially, I mean, especially for Jesse, like he could actually be in go mode before he gets to Ice.
Yeah.
Or mostly go mode. Yeah. Potentially go mode. Spooky go mode. It is almost Halloween.
Spooky. I guess so. I guess we're not. I guess we're not doing Spike Cave on Danny's side. Also, we're not doing Ether Tablet. I don't think.
Yeah, neither of them have checked it, and Danny didn't. I don't think Danny didn't even check the TR medallion, did he?
No, he didn't need to. But like, I'm actually.
Oh yeah, wait. We have all 3. I'm stupid.
He did Hera, but I don't think he went over to the tablet, which is surprising. No, he must have forgotten.
Yeah, he just. I think he just with.
Yeah.
So Jesse is going to take care of Spike, which I do like. I think it makes sense. And this is, at this point, like, when else are you getting back to this?
Yep. All the clanging of the cymbals in here.
Yeah. All right, so Danny getting back to the back of...
Oh my goodness.
That is a big miss.
Yeah.
That is tough. When does Danny get back to that?
Okay, so here's the thing. That could or could not be important. Like, we don't know if that's going to be anything meaningful, but we're gonna see fairly soon. We'll just have to see. It's just like one of those things. Like, yeah, it opens up a pendant once we get Kane, but it's just like, is there any more value behind that, or?
Yeah, potentially not. Some checks in Meyer, possibly also Meyer Shed.
Yep.
So you're right. It's kind of that same thing, right? Until it's actually good, it's not actually good. Like, for all we know, it's just gonna take Jesse to go do something he doesn't need, while Danny goes and gets, I don't know, Desert Big off of Zora or something.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, but they both have been to Zora area without the money in hand.
Yeah.
So that's not really a great option in either of their minds.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I don't know what. Like, let's see what. So what else does Dan like? I mean, I'm assuming Danny's first step after this is not to go knock out Spike Cave. So do you think he heads to Ice after this?
He might actually do like hammer pegs and/or grab the Smith. He might do at least hammer pegs. I don't know about Smith because no flute makes it a little annoying.
Yeah. No flute, no mirrors. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. So I do think Ice is a decent option in his mind. But yeah, like, I feel like I would at least try and do hammer pegs while I'm here.
Yeah. This is the classic 40-minute Saha check.
Yeah, Jesse's teammate in chat, Leoria, does not like this fact.
Alright.
Okay, so actually, I'm pretty sure we hadn't actually seen what was on the desert ledge there until now.
I think you're right. I think Danny just went straight to Agina.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go. So Meyer Shed, and then do you dip Meyer here?
We'll see what thinking. I don't think so. I think you do Ice if you're Jesse here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not. He's not going to Meyer.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our health. We're not gonna get our health refills. Okay. I feel like that would actually be a good thing to do, is refill your health.
Yeah, if you're going to Ice. Well, maybe. Well,
okay, he's gonna do it this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's reasonable. Get a potion.
Yeah. Okay. This is better.
Mm-hmm. No, that totally makes sense. So I think you're right. Then this feels like, yeah, there we go. Ice is next.
Okay, so Danny is in fact doing hammer pegs like I suggested. He probably should.
Oh, did Danny do hobo? Because Jesse obviously skipped it. I think they might have both missed it.
I think Danny. No, Danny definitely.
No, Danny,
did it.
you're right. Danny did it. Danny did it. Yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Oh no. Oh.
That's the thing that Jesse could use if he had Kane, but or well, he actually doesn't need Kane for possible value, but yeah, still that's funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. All right, so yeah, so this is still Jesse heading presumably right back into Ice, and then afterwards
is a good question. Like, if nothing's here, it might just be Smith Chain.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he doesn't have like, this is, I think, by a reasonable... Well, I mean, neither of them have gone into Pod or Eastern, right?
That's true, actually, yeah, we haven't... Oh, gosh. I always hate when stuff is there that you leave there after playing Dark World Access.
Yeah. It's just been chill. Like, we had access as soon as we got the Moon Pearl, you know, minute, whatever it was, 20.
Yep.
It's been chilling there for a half hour.
Oh, wow.
Come on, dude. What a Kane spot.
Okay, confirmed, just Desert Big for Go mode.
That's... I mean, Jesse's probably hyper stoked to find that there.
Yeah, he's not gonna be mad to find that. That is just...
Yeah.
At the same time, like you're saying, that is a place for that Kane.
Yeah, that's a terrible spot. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people will put off ice as much as they can until they get Samaria.
Mm-hmm.
Practice your ice palace bomb jumps, kids. Alright, so at this point... Is that 3 items? Already?
At least 2. Well, I mean, there's 4 items in ice. Remember?
Yeah. But I'm trying to think if... I think he might already have... I think he might have gotten 3 in the first 3 chests he opened.
I definitely saw the $50 in the map chest, and obviously the cane. I did not catch the big key chest.
The key chest, I want to say it was like 10 arrows or something like that.
You might be right. Yes, ice. Yeah, this is a big key shuffle mode, so each dungeon has, you know, +1 more, you know, X+1 items. So like usually ice has 3 in non-key sanity, but here it has 4.
Yeah. 250s. Thank you, Trey. And
awesome.
A relevant username there, in a way, it feels like, for talking about 3 items.
Yeah, well, just one different vowel.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of, Danny is here in. All right, there's item 4, I think. So.
Yeah, Danny's here in Bolus Pod. Does have the big key, however.
Yeah. I mean, so.
What are you thinking, PH?
Well, I was gonna say like, what are we looking for? Is Danny in basically the same position as? Are they both effectively in the same position?
I mean, yeah, Danny
right?
was the. Well, no, sorry, he needed these 10 big key at that point, but.
Yeah.
Yes, they're in the same position of I could just be Desert Big for Go mode. Jesse being I for sure am Desert Big Key for Go mode.
Right.
So Danny, I mean, like, he could definitely find Desert Big Key here. Or if he could find the mirror.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Or he could find the mirror.
Oh boy. Who wants to go into swamp?
Whoop.
Alright. Nice cold stare from Jesse.
Yep. Myrod and Bombos. Making that pretty easy. Yeah, I guess you might do Eastern here if you're Danny.
Does he do you do the right side without a bow?
Probably not. Well, maybe.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, this is where everything's. I mean, we talked about, right? Like, we talked 20 minutes ago about how all we needed was the Desert Big and the mitts, and here we are, 20 odd minutes later. We got the mitts, but still no Desert Big, and we are starting to get to the. What are the other ways? You know, what are the other options for us to finish the seed here?
Yeah. Well, we either have to do pedestal or pyramid fairy. So we're either going to need Desert Big or the Ice Rod and Mired TR Bigs, or
Right.
sorry, TR Big. So we got Mired Big. So one or two, basically, is your pick there.
Interesting.
Dan,
So
what?
Danny
He left. Why did he leave Eastern?
I'm trying to think if I'm. So, pushing ice.
Okay,
That's going to be Crystal 4.
This will work out for him. He'll get Kane. I mean,
but he still doesn't have Desert Big or a bow, so he's not finishing. He's not getting 5, 6, and he's not getting 5 crystals without a. Maybe he's thinking, I don't have a bow, I don't have Eastern Big, I don't want to look for a bow in here. I'm just going to go to ice because I know I need to do it.
Okay. Well, either way.
Yeah. Like, I honestly don't hate it. It's, I mean, because at this point you're thinking ice feels pretty likely to be required.
Yeah, and I mean he's getting that validation of the Kane there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just I don't like leaving like that. Maybe if it was like just regular open or standard, then I might think about it if I got something important.
Ooh, nice ice
But
breaker.
we didn't get anything important, so I wouldn't make the same play. I guess that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, well, so it'll be really interesting here because basically what we're getting out of Jesse now is some of the checks that Danny passed on here.
Yeah, good point. Danny did not do these checks. Actually, he maybe even been counting keys and knew that these were both keys. There you go.
Probably. I'm actually a little because Jesse did all the rest, I think. So well, no, because he needed it because he got big key chest first. So
yeah,
that does make sense. He was locked otherwise.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit better to go ahead and do the back when you have the big key coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Jesse kind of, I guess he may not have had that in mind. So it's just one of those little routing things that you may not be fully cognizant of when you're doing a mode that you know no one ever does, kind of thing. Either way, it'll be a time sink for him, which helps Danny out a little bit.
Yeah, this is the tricky thing about this mode too, is that it's kind of difficult to tell who's ahead and who isn't, because the nature of it with the multiple branching paths makes it, I think, a little tricky to determine, like, because it could be like, oh yeah, they're only one item from Go mode, and it just so happens that the item that they're missing is, 80 more checks deep.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for the key dash there, and probably just moved him when he didn't mean to.
So this is interesting. So Jesse is not going into Eastern at all.
I think I agree with that, just because he has the flute. I'm more. I guess I should say I'm more inclined to agree with that move because he has flute.
Mm-hmm.
He can now do checkerboard, and he could just go into desert. Who knows? It could be a kill shot situation, or go into desert, look for the big key. Maybe it's there.
Yeah, and then you probably swamp, maybe thinking it has more value over Eastern at this point. If you're going to be dipping something that you otherwise don't really need to do.
I'm gonna make that a thing, by the way, where I say kill shot in like a key sanity mode. Like I go for the place where the required item unlocks the dungeon I'm going to, kind of thing.
Right.
Like I'm gonna go into desert looking for the desert big key. I'm gonna go into TR looking for the ice rod. Like
absolutely,
it will catch on. I swear.
You've got there are dozens of us. Dozens. I've signed up. We're going for the kill shot. All right. So speaking of Jesse doing exactly that, and I'm with you. I like this. I like once you're here, push this because it could certainly be right here, and or alternatively you could catch a bow.
Okay. All right. Well, we did not find anything, so we're just out of here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's finally doing a Gina.
Hey, look at that. I mean, this will incentivize him maybe a little bit to do Smith Chain if he really wanted to. We have not seen.
Oh, here we go. Zora.
Oh gosh, and yeah, and we have Zora too. Goodness. Yeah, what's here? Let's pause and see what's here first before we talk about anything else. Wait. Oh, this was where the book was.
What?
Okay. What?
I'm confused.
Okay, now that is interesting. There was a book somewhere else, right?
I thought so, but I don't think they ever. Neither of our runners actually used it. Jesse just pulled through a flute.
Oh, okay. So we just didn't actually see the book.
I think, yeah.
All right.
I think I know it. Okay. Yes. So all good. I think we're clear. So anyway, we are. That would explain why nobody checked Ether Tablet.
All right, everyone, take a big, nice, long, deep breath and just rein in what you're like. Why the heck did I see a second book? It's okay. You're not going crazy. We swear.
It was a little confusing in the moment, if I can be honest. But this is interesting. This is good for Jesse getting to combo hammer pegs with the Smith chain with that mirror is really nice. And he's probably thinking, "Oh, please be desert, please be desert." It is not.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. It's like you see a big key, you're like, yes, no.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think about Danny going into TR here?
I do not mind this play one bit, honestly. TR is one of those spicy things you're always thinking about. Yeah. The no Ice Rod in hand feels a little bad, but it's not the worst either. I guess the worst part about it in some ways is the fact that, this is the mode where doing pedestal gets you a Triforce piece, and so not having Ice Rod could be a little worrisome.
I agree, but I really like this a lot because the fact that you don't have Ice Rod, it still feels like you're kind of far away. Oh, nice sword. It still feels like you're kind of far away from thinking about pedestal over, at minimum, trying to just get into like GT, right?
Yeah.
Because for example, you're like, we could find a bow and then get 5 crystals, and Desert Big could just be in GT or something. So I think coming here and saying like, yep, let's just, there's a lot of items between, it's 7 with the Mimic Cave, but it's like 6.5 depending on if Trenex has an item.
You know what? Actually, people in chat bringing up a good point. I forgot that we actually don't have TR Big yet.
Oh, we don't.
Actually, I don't like this play as much.
Okay, I'm with you. Yes, I actually did the same thing.
Yeah, so I think what people are saying is, I would agree. I think we do, like, at least Ether Tablet, maybe Spike Cave, but at least Ether Tablet before this.
So you should have picked up that boomerang.
Yeah, gotta make Arier happy, right?
Yes. Yeah, so... Oh, I mean, and I think you especially do it because if you want to do Mimic, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to get over to Spike and Tablet.
Yeah, you just save and quit. It's not that huge of a deal. Like,
it just feels like it's one of those things that it feels a little awkward because you could have come from the other side.
And also could also feel bad, like what if we find TR Big or Ice Rod in, Ether or Spike Cave? Like obviously we know the flute is in Spike Cave, but Danny doesn't know.
Right.
Alright, so last hope here for Danny for something important being in TR without Big Key is a Mimic Cave.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Jesse, this looks like the kind of the North Darkwold swing here, Graveyard Ledge, and he hasn't done King's Tomb yet, I don't think, so he'll knock that out with it.
Yeah. Oh, you already did King's Tomb? Okay, so...
Oh, he did.
This is just
well, I know. We saw Danny do King's Tomb. I didn't see... Oh, he just... Oh, right. Yeah, he just did. Huh. Okay. I feel like if you were gonna do that...
I mean, he's one item for Go mode, so he's probably just playing that sort of, you know...
Yeah. No, maybe he'll do King's Tomb again now, though, actually. If everyone is unclear on whether or not Jesse has done King's Tomb, the answer is maybe. But
what was that about Jesse doing King's Tomb again? I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Okay, so I think that was nothing in TR. Mimic Cave not having anything, and that's I'm sure Danny's not feeling too good about that. Now he is going to swamp for the most. It would look like. I mean, he might be doing the Tala before.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit of a feels bad, but weirdly, he's still not in a like. This is K45.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is still not a bad spot for him though, because Jesse, those checks that Jesse just did are pretty slow. He's going to go finish with Zora. If the answer is swamp, Danny very easily could still get to it first.
Yeah, good point. This is actually this is right now a race for the Desert Big Key.
So here's a question. If you, let's say that we're in swamp and you get an early bow, do you keep going looking for a Desert Big, or do you immediately bail to go get your another crystal and try and push GT?
Well, it's a good question. People actually talking in chat. I forgot because we got two small keys on the right side of pod.
Yeah.
That mirror is bow locked.
Right.
So, it probably. I'm not sure honestly. Does it affect my decision to do GT or? I'm not. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess my answer is I don't know.
My answer is whichever one of the things that actually works out, and then I will retroactively claim I meant to do the whole time.
Yeah.
Let's see what's on Bombo's tablet. So after all that divergence, we now are basically kind of collapsing back in together, and we're going to be headed into swamp. Or we're not heading into swamp. Never mind.
Oh, so Danny doesn't have the flute, so this is his way to do desert right now. He wants to see if he can find Desert Big here, I guess.
He wants the kill shot.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
This is very reasonable. He'll do this. He'll jump out when he's done. He's probably thinking, "I'll come out the whichever." You can't mirror, unfortunately, but
it's a bit awkward. Yeah, you have to exit out left or right to be able to escape.
But that's fine. Well, because he's probably thinking, hey, maybe I'll just be able to walk out the right side here, and then it's just going to turn out that the small key is big key locked, or but the
okay. So we're here in swamp, but it is probably worth asking ourselves, what do we have left logically? I think Eastern might be the only thing left we have that's in logic. So Denny left Eastern after checking the first two checks.
Right.
And Jesse didn't go into Eastern at all.
Yeah, that's a really good point with the mirror being so Bo in Eastern?
Bo in Eastern. We also have we can full clear Meyer on Jesse's side. That's a good point. It could be there.
Yeah. That would be one of those situations where Jesse, I don't know if it's one of those things too where you never know. Like Jesse doesn't know that Danny did or didn't do Spike Cave, and Jesse had the opportunity. It's one of those weird situations as a runner where you like start to imagine all of the things your opponent might have done perfectly well, like, you know, IQ 9000 their way into Mire at like 35 minutes in or something.
Yeah. At least we can full clear Mire now. It wouldn't feel nearly as bad. Well, I guess you could say it might feel bad after doing Out of Logic Swamp, but...
Right. See, that's the tricky thing, because I think... So, here is a question, though. Since this Swamp is out of Logic, do you do... I mean, I think it's still reasonable to come in here and do this, just because there's so many checks, like, I get why you do it, but do you do left side? Knowing that it's out of Logic until you find that other bow, which is not... or it's not going to be here.
Yeah. I probably make my decision after I've cleared out and gone to the back, because now with the Specky clip thing, we can now do left side a little bit easier on the way back in.
Right.
So I say we just put that decision off until we have finished Argus.
Right. All right, so yeah, I think you're right. I think that's going to be, if that turns out to be true, that's probably going to really sting for Danny if the answer is Eastern, and I think I get. I don't think I would have done it, but I get why he left. But that's going to be, especially since Jesse just hasn't done it at all. If that is where it is, and he was in there and left, that's going to be like, what if, big time.
Yep. I have a little bit of trouble there on phase 2 of Argus. We did get him down though.
Yeah.
Okay, so man, I think it looks like Jesse's not going back in based on him quick swapping the mirror.
Yeah. Did we find? I saw the map. Did we see the compass?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So there's only I like this. It's out of Logic. There's only one item left side. I do too. I like leaving.
Okay, so now we're doing Mire. So we probably feel a little bit bad doing Swamp. If we find Ice Rod in here, though, I think that's not Gomo. No, we still need a way to beat one of our remaining 3 crystals. But
TR big.
And TR big. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it's all because we got it wrong the first time.
yeah.
So this is one of those things, though. It's a weird like pivot point, because I feel like Danny has to go back to Eastern after this, right? Unless he pushes Spike and then chases the Mire stuff. But Jesse coming in here, like, if this is the answer, Danny is not getting to this for a while. Yeah.
Like, I think Danny only has Eastern and Spike Cave after this. If assuming no, he has Graveyard Ledge. I think he hasn't done that yet. He has Graveyard Ledge.
I think you're right.
There it is. There's the bow.
Neat.
At least we came in here with the Kane and Mire Big.
Yeah.
There was definitely every opportunity. You know, Jesse could have gone in without Mire Big or Kane. He didn't. So, okay, we got a bow.
Jesse
and we're
is
leaving.
Muy interesante.
I wonder if he's just gonna rush GT and maybe see if his other Go mode piece is just in GT.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah, this is, you know, like I said at the beginning, you know, the illusion of choice, it could be one of those illusion of choice things where we need to go to GT to get the thing that locks the other possible Triforce piece.
Yeah. Because that does that kind of like puts everything back into place a little bit too, right? Now you have that's where your bow was, and okay, now I can finish pod in Logic, and my mirror is now in Logic, so all these pendants are theoretically Like I just go to GT, find all the other stuff I need, and then call it a day.
Voila. But see, now this is just the long con of the kill shot right here. We're it's all and like a whole daisy chain of things that we're doing pod to go to GT to get our kill shot desert big. Okay.
No, so here's another kill shot option. Do pod GT gets us the TR big with Ice Rod
on Laser Bridge.
I mean, I'm just saying it would be a pretty killer shot.
Yeah, Goggers, killer, all the things. Okay,
yeah,
it looks like
so
and he had no catfish either, so doing that too.
I feel like did Jesse do this?
Jesse, yeah, he did catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the. There's something interesting here. I forget what it was. No, it was the book. It was just the book on Zora that was interesting.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I mean, there's also the Hammer and Waterfall, but we got that ages ago, so it's not irrelevant.
That's true. There's lots of interesting stuff around here.
All this water-related stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Spike Cave play from Danny now. He'll get his flute here.
Yeah. And then it feels like he gets that, and then that's just immediately chased to Mire area, I would assume.
Yeah, also either tablet. That's also true. He's gonna do that, and then get a flute from Spike Cave.
Yeah.
You might get a bow here. I think you still do Spike Cave. You might get an Ice Rod here. I think you still do Spike Cave. I'm sorry, TR big. You still do Spike Cave.
Yeah, I think the only thing that makes you leave immediately is Desert Big.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Desert Big would have been
yeah.
go mode. Yes.
I would be concerned if he still did Spike Cave after getting Desert Big.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Lucas Luminaro pointing out that at one point somebody may have or may have not said that this might be a capital J jet seat, and all I will say is I have no recollection of that statement. And you will be hearing from my attorney. No. Like, that's the thing with this mode, though. It's so funny because it feels like you can be so close with multiple paths available. And then it's just like, well, funny story. Like, exactly what you're saying, right? Illusion of choice. We're not, like, Desert Big could just be chilling in GT, and we have to go find that bow in an otherwise uninteresting Pendant Mire, and, just so funny. All right. So Jesse is very much hoping that he finds his Desert Big before finding the Triforce piece, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, so we can see Danny immediately taking that flute, and this is gonna almost certainly be the Mire play. I think the one real kind of big question mark is, does Danny keep going after he gets his bow, or does he also bail? Because that could be, I mean, look, we got, I think, just one item in Mire, right?
Yeah, Jesse just got the bow and the map in the spike chest and just left.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me slow down and say that again. He got the bow from the bridge chest. He got the map from the spike chest and left there. Which I believe means there has to be a small key in, well, there may not have to be, but there's a high likelihood there's a small key in the big chest. I see people go into Mire and do the big chest first, so it's just one of those things I noticed.
So it's the fact that we didn't get a small key in the other two increases the likelihood that it's in the big chest. That's what you're saying?
Oh yeah, Biddy could also, because we have the cane too, so Biddy could also. Right. But like, you only need a big key to access the switch to hit. but you can do left side with only big key in hand.
Right, yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of
right.
watching.
Let's
yeah, let's see what
focus
Jesse
more on
finds.
Jesse. I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what Jesse's gonna get.
Yeah, so Jesse got a key and continued right, but did not get the Triforce piece, so he'll have to go back left.
All right. Poor Flip, lamenting the arrival of a shield. Sorry, dude.
I agree with him. Oh, is that it? Yeah,
oh,
okay.
Wow, there we go.
So Jesse now is in go mode, and there's his Triforce piece, so he's out of here.
Dude. Okay, dude.
Oh, wow, he could have checked that chest for silvers. What if those silvers were there?
What if it was silvers? We'll probably never know.
All right.
All right, so Danny is continuing on. It looks well. Actually, no, we don't know that for sure. He's gonna do the spike chest as well, and we'll see if he keeps going.
He is also out.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah. So like, I get it. Especially Danny didn't do checkerboard first, so.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Fair enough. I forgot. I forgot that he hadn't done this yet. Jesse does before Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did this and then did desert, and then came back later for Meyer.
Some questions in chat about whether or not Jesse needs silvers. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if Jesse knows silverless cannon. I'm hopeful. I'm going to put that at about a 50-50 likelihood.
Man, I don't know. Can an NMG runner, or someone who's gotten respectable times in NMG, can they do silverless cannon, or
I'm just not sure. Also, really any invitational runner. I feel like the consistency, the ability of NMG runners to consistently do silverless is like, it's okay. All right, so Jesse now getting his second 5-6, and it'll be a nice quick big bomb with having already done Aga. The seed being generous.
Yeah. We are in Light World, so we do need to go back to Dark World or Flute. Jesse's just gonna opt the Flute here. Not that much. It's if you were in Dark World, it would be faster to save and quit to the pyramid to do Big Bomb. But since
we're
just
really
in Light World, yeah.
That's I actually didn't realize that.
It's a surprise. You save a surprising amount of seconds from saving quitting the pyramid.
Even having to come back down to the bomb shop.
Yep.
Wow. Right, there you go.
Yep. If you're at Swamp though, if you mirror out of Swamp, then it's obviously faster just to go to the bomb shop from Swamp. But everywhere else in Dark World, pretty much, you just save and quit.
That's wild.
Obviously, Aga has to be dead, but I feel like Aga being required has been surprisingly common in these seeds.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it. I wonder if it's confirmation bias or if it's something tied to the way that the items have to get allocated and the frequency of pendant finishes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the answer. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, we start with sword and boots too, so that could also have something to do with it.
Yeah. So as Jesse's coming in here, the question of what was the biggest play that resulted in the difference here, and I think really Jesse's getting that flute much earlier. It was a pretty big difference maker because that got him to the bow. With just a lot. It was just a lot cleaner as we got to the late game.
So, another thing is that you can actually save and quit from inside Pyramid Fairy, and that'll be faster to get to the Ganon drop down.
That's funny. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
just a matter of preference. If you have, you know, a lot of health already and you don't want to lose all that health for the fight,
right.
you know.
Nice 1-in-1 from Jesse.
Curious to see where the Silver's hint will push us.
Ah, you should have checked that other chest.
I know, like. Man, what were you thinking, Jesse? Oh, just barely missing that torch there. Still doing all right for himself. I mean, like he could use lamp if he really got low on magic, but
yeah, I mean, he doesn't know, but Jesse is really.
Yeah, he's fine. Like,
yeah, this is it's unfortunate for Danny, but this is a pretty sizable difference at this point.
Ooh, almost got that spin. That one, those ones are tricky when he goes to top right.
Yeah, top right is always, I think, especially as you kind of like start to get good at consistently getting triples, top right's always kind of like the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Get your GGs in chat for Radical Sniper 99, also known as Jesse. He takes the second game in the JKLOL Paradise. Whoa! Everyone, that was quite the fanfare for Jesse's finish.
That's a good way to put it. All right, and we are joined in the voice booth by our winner of the race, Radical Sniper. GG's, man.
Thank you, GG.
Yo, GG's, Jesse.
Thank you.
So, what'd you think?
I wish I didn't chase that mirror as hard as I did. That had me stressed. I was like, yeah, no, this is a good idea. Mirror's bow locked. You know, the desert pig's gonna show up first. Desert, or a swamp, desert dive, yeah, mirror checks. Those are so much better than chasing logic.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about kind of wondering, like, how far do you chase, for example, how far do you chase in swamp, and if you find some stuff, like, at what point you say, like, okay, I'm done. But, yeah, this was a very interesting seed, because you were so close. We were talking about you were 2 items from go mode at, like, 27, 28 minutes in, and then it was, where is it? Question mark.
Yeah. Definitely, like, by the time you get into Dark World, you're like, okay, this is starting to shape up. The big keys are falling into your lap. The other stuff is starting to make at least most sense. And like, you feel pretty good about it. And then you're just chasing a few things. And that's not the situation you want to be in.
Yeah, it's really tough. This mode makes it very tricky. Also, really quick, Danny Music did FF, so GG's to Danny. This was at one point, I mean, you guys were in swamp pretty much at the same time. The biggest difference was you got to the flute much earlier than he did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You get your pearl, and I'm like, okay, we'll climb the mountain and set it up. I don't want to do anything too drastic, or I can't do anything major on the mountain. And then it's do hype over to dig, and there's your hook, so do the mountain. And then go do Vu and Skull, because you got 2 crystals now to do there, and you get the mitts, and you're like, oh, well, let's just go back. And I had a cane, so... And I had no interest in TR. Like, in my opinion, pendants were not going to be the answer on this one, so I just said goodbye.
Yeah. And that was actually the other big thing is that Danny did go into Eastern. He didn't spend a ton of time there, but he did the first 2 checks, and then he actually took a trip through Turtle Rock, which is probably the other big time sink that he had that you avoided. Because without the TR big, he didn't really find anything of value, and obviously once you do that, that's a big
Yeah,
That's a lot of time to commit for nothing.
that's the thing. I mean, I if we both did, you're saying we both did the swamp play, that already, that puts both of us in a rough state. That's not a check set you want to do and find nothing for. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I think we in the commentary booth we're probably not thinking too hard about pod key logic, and then just that mirror. We didn't actually see, I think, immediately on Danny's side, the right side. He completely skipped the Bolock side when he first went to pod, so that didn't even cross our minds until you did pod and we saw the 2 keys. So
yeah. That was
Yeah.
the thing. After spending on vanilla, and then vanilla, big key, and Stalfos were both items, I was like, okay. And then you pull the mirror, and it's tough because I don't want to have to chase a bow. Like, bow is GT mode in that case, but you still don't want to chase it. So
Yeah, it's definitely because you're so right. You've spent all this time and you're so close. You're so
Yeah.
close. You're like, just give me the one
know.
thing, please.
I really wanted desert big. I was like, desert big. I'll do desert and T. It's great. I don't have to do pod, and that just didn't show up.
Yeah.
And then DM room is what it is.
Mm.
That was great.
Yeah, were you thinking to yourself, "Oh man, I could have had silvers"? He said my tower, and so we're thinking, "Oh, maybe that one chest you didn't check in."
Nope, didn't even think about it. No, you tell me that they're in GT. It's like, oh, okay, I don't care. Bye.
Right. Yeah. Also, got to make the. So, you went into desert there? Were you looking for the kill shot? Is that which is when you find that last item for go mode in the dungeon you go into?
I was. Why not just dip it? The mirror, it's easy check. I didn't want to go to swamp. Like, I was hoping to not touch swamp because knowing it was outside of logic was kind of my thought. And when I found the book on Zora, I felt reassured by the decision. Even though it was still not the right play, like, it's reassuring to get that item that at least would have told you to go there. It didn't make me feel good about Ether Tablet, but I didn't have to check it, I guess. So
funny you mentioned Ether Tablet. We had a very fun time realizing that we thought you guys had the book a lot longer than you actually did.
I mean, the thing is when it's on Zora, you'd think we both would have gotten it earlier, but money was not perfect.
It was second book. It's fine. This is the upgraded reading. It's the college level class reading.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, you got that. I think your thoroughness just paid off more. And so that's whenever Seed's having items in not so easy to check locations, and you're being thorough, that tends to benefit people like full clear more. And so that worked out the Seed for you.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's figured out the mode yet, let me know. I'd love to hear theories on what is proper or what is meta, because you guys get it. Like, this week has just been insane.
Yep. Well, I wish you would asked, I wish you'd asked that question, maybe 6 days ago when the mode was still in full swing this week, but
no, I was trying to figure that out by commentating all week. I think I watched the most invitational and open league matches I could this week and still didn't figure out what was right. I saw people do overworld, skip overworld, do dungeons, skip dungeons, fixate on what they hoped was go mode, or do everything else, and nothing seemed right. I don't know what the answer is, and I don't think anybody else does. We just kind of BS it a little bit and hope.
I think that's actually my rando motto. It's tattooed on my inner arm there. It's BS it and hope.
Yep. I think I think we are about wrapped up here, though. So, any last words before we send everyone off, Jesse?
GG to Danny. It was a pleasure to get to race him. I feel like he and I, run in similar circles, just never get to face off in anything. So that's a pleasure. Thanks Fibonacci and Ralkin for calming this one, and thank you the OJ for doing tracking.
Awesome.
GG's.
GG's again. Yeah, I'll echo. Thank you OJ for tracking. Thank you PH for being my partner in crime this restream.
Ralkin, this was this is the first time that I've gotten a chance to con with you, and if I had my druthers, it will not be the last by a long shot. This was super fun, and I really appreciate it.
Yes, yeah, I hope so too. Hope we can do more of these. All right, well, that will do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. The next week, the mode for next week is Cross Keys 2023, where it is a crossroll key sanity, entrance shuffle, key sanity. Every small key, big key, map compass is shuffled amongst the item pool as well. And then 2023 part is the 100% locations, is where no keys can lock themselves behind, the swamp big key or skull big key. I think there might have been an issue with those, but like pod small keys can't be locked behind small key doors and pod. Small key can't be locked in hair basement, stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be I know a lot of people are clamoring for entrance to come around, and here it is. Week 6 is upcoming with entrance, so look forward to that this upcoming week.
Best week of the season.
All right, close us on out there, PH.
Yeah, this was super fun. Again, Jesse, I think you did a great job. Danny also, I mean, you both played well. This mode is just, I think, as we've talked about all week, and as you said here, Jesse, it's a very challenging one to kind of route optimally, and that leads to I think it's great fun to watch, and it's much more fun from this side than while you're playing it, I think. But looking forward to week 6, and good luck to both JKLOL and Amish Paradise through the rest of the season.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, catch you guys on the next restream. See ya.